What's going on, my broskiis? My name is Toadskii, back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video, and today we got the treasure map breakdown, treasure map playthrough versus FLAMPE. We're not mucking around here, we're going straight into it. So this is the secret map level 10, I want to say, and here we are versus FLAMPE. Of course, that is the first boss we're going to be taking on, and we are going to be using the team that I suggested in the one that I showed off in my treasure map teams video, which came out yesterday or the day prior. And you know, no real changes here. It's the exact same run through, works efficiently well, no issues at all. And the secret map structure in terms of the map layout is the exact same as it has been in the last couple of maps. So remember, once again, there's going to be 3 rainbow chests right at the end of a bonus map. You want to try as much as you possibly can to land on one of those 3 rainbow bonus chests right at the end of the map, as those will have the chance of landing on the alternating pens as well as the golden tablets, such as Rush Sugo Special, Final Tap, Super Tandem. I believe these tablets are still in the pool. They were in last treasure map. I would think that they should be here as well. So that's awesome, of course. And if you don't land on one of those, then you still have a good shot at landing on a relatively decent reward, such as like 10 of a certain tablet. So you're not going to be walking away with nothing per se, but you know, you want to give yourself the best opportunity to get the best rewards. Make sure to try and land on one of those spots if you possibly can. I'll leave you guys with this clip. We'll move on and we'll talk about the next boss once we get to it. So unfortunately for the first 2 teams of these clips here, so versus Smoothie and also versus Pudding, I go through it very quickly, so you don't get a good opportunity to see the exact team that I am using. You can pause right at the start of this clip to actually see it, but we are just literally using Luffy Ace. The rest of the characters really don't matter. We're using Daifuku to wave clear the first 2 stages. We do have Legend Superclass Doflamingo attached to Buggy and Shanks, just to give us a chain boost on the final stage. One thing to note as well is that the super swaps of Luffy and Ace will not be fully charged when you enter this quest. They only charge them by 5 swaps, not 6. So if you do want to get the super swap, you do need to do an additional swap, which means you probably want to start as Luffy, switch to Ace. It's just a whole thing. So it's just better to just start as Ace. Don't even worry about the super swap, and this should be pretty comfortable throughout the entire duration of this map. Next Battle Rush boss is going to be versus Pudding. Once again, I go through the team very quickly, but it is the exact same team that we did plan for in my treasure map teams video. Using double Cat Viper with his super type, we can wave clear the first 2 stages. You do need Dog Storm on your crew in order to activate that, so you need to keep that in mind. And then the Super Tandem Luffy is a super good character for this quest. Full border slots, Orb boost to Fighter Free Spirit. Both Cat and Dog are fighter characters, so they receive the Orb boost. And then we have Frankie support to generate an attack boost for the crew. We do also have Psy Odin on Dog Storm to give our slashers a 1.5 color affinity boost, so Dog and Cat will actually both benefit from that. So Dog and Cat get all of the buffs, and we can clear this pretty comfortably. Moving on versus Brule, and this team has actually made a little bit of a change from what you saw in my treasure map teams video. This team is way more efficient and is probably one of the fastest teams I've ever used in a treasure map mini boss. This team is insanely fast. There's no animations at the start because we're not using a super type or a super class character. We wave clear very efficiently with Opera, one of the best wave clearers, because there's essentially no additional animations that occur. And then when we reach the boss stage, we literally only launch 1 special, right? We use the Rayleigh special, which gives our fighter and our cerebral characters, which is the whole team, an attack and an all boost, and it allows them to go through defensive effects, so we just completely ignore the damage nullification with the Sabo support on Luffy to give us a chain lock. And then we get to the most annoying fight in this entire treasure map is going to be Galante. Galante just has so many different gimmicks. There are a lot of options that people are going through in order to get through this. Some people are opting for captains such as Luffy Yamato, like I'm doing here. Some people are opting to use the free-to-play Reiju. Some people are opting to use Rayleigh Gaban. There's lots of different ideas flowing around as to what's the best. I really don't know. This team works for now, and until it stops working, I'm going to keep using it. But we reach the final boss stage. We've got Robin Jinbei, fantastic unit, gets around the attack down, and also the threshold. Luffy Yamato ignore the bind for us, which is fantastic. On the revive, we have some paralysis removing supports, and then Bonnie also gives us a full board of slots and the ability to remove the defense up. Not the most efficient team out there, I would say, but, you know, as I said, it gets the job done. So until it doesn't, no real reason to switch it at the moment. Alright, now we're up against Linn. I did actually have a couple of issues with this fight when I was first taking it on Nav level 1 and Nav level 2, just to get the team right. I actually was playing around with things, potentially putting Arena Reiju instead of the Robbie, but I didn't really like it that much. So we went back to our Robbie, which is slightly less points, but it does still get the job done, which is good. And we have the Uta support on Robin, so when we launch the Robin special, we're able to get a really substantial attack and all boost, 1.5 from that Uta. I actually ended up switching out the Akainu support, so I had Kizaru, but I forgot that Robin removes paralysis. So instead of that, we've got the Shirahoshi once again, giving us color affinity, and then we can just go ahead and kill this stage very comfortably. And then when we reach the final stage, we just activate pretty much everything. But the thing about this is it's kind of fascinating, is we actually don't even need to use the special of Dofi and Croc legitimately at all. They're only really here because their captain ability is somewhat decent, and on the revive we can use their switch effect to generate us a full board of matching slots, which is pretty dope. And then of course when we tap with Crocodile, it's going to inflict a further resistance debuff on the enemy, which does give us a pretty good amount of damage on that revival state. The cool thing about using these rare recruit boosters is that it means that the chain boundary from Kara and Nami is actually extended due to pudding special, so we do have that chain boundary for the final for the revive stage, which is really nice to have, just giving us a bit of additional damage. Now Big Mom will always revive at 10 million flat HP, so as long as you can always do 10 million damage, you don't have to worry. That will not change moving forward into the treasure map. But that is going to wrap it up for me. Thank you so much for watching the video. Good luck with your treasure map grind. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you guys did, make sure to go ahead and leave a like, and if you want to stay up to date with all the content I post on my channel, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. On that, guys, I'll see you guys within the next video.